Hello guys, this is your friend Itachi Fanfic 3.0 and we are back a new fanfic story which is what if their kiss made their chakras unite forever. Part-2. Let's start fanfic without wasting more time. The morning sun rose over the hidden leaf village, painting the sky in shades of gold and orange. Birds sang softly, and the village was alive again. Laughter, training, and peace after the long years of war. Naruto Uzumaki stood on the Hokage monument, wind brushing through his hair, his orange jacket fluttering behind him. His eyes sparkled with determination, but today, there was something softer in them, something new. Love. Below him, the village shimmered, alive with hope. People waved to him. Not as the demon fox boy anymore, but as the hero who brought peace. Still, one person mattered more than all their cheers. Hinata Hyuga. The memory of her smile last night, shy, warm, full of love, wouldn't leave his mind. He could still feel her heartbeat against his chest, her hand in his, and the promise they'd made under the stars, always. Naruto grinned, scratching the back of his head. Guess I should go see her. The Hyuga compound stood quiet and peaceful, surrounded by blooming cherry trees. Hinata sat on the wooden porch, her hair loose, sunlight glinting off her pale eyes. She was watering a small flower pot. Lavender, her favorite. She looked up as Naruto appeared at the gate, waving cheerfully. Yo. Morning, Hinata. She smiled softly, her cheeks turning a faint pink. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Naruto scratched his head. Hey, I didn't mean to come so early, but I couldn't sleep. Thought I'd take you to breakfast. Hinata giggled softly. You didn't have to rush. I couldn't help it, he said, grinning. It's not every day I get to eat with the girl I. He froze mid-sentence, realizing what he was about to say. Hinata's blush deepened. You, what, Naruto-kun? She asked quietly. He rubbed the back of his neck nervously. Forget it. Ramen first. She laughed again, and the tension melted away. Together they walked through the village streets, talking, laughing, and stealing shy glances. To everyone around them, they looked like two normal people, but to Naruto, it felt like a dream come true. Peace had returned, but not everyone embraced it. In the shadows beyond the hidden leaf, remnants of the old wars still burned with hatred. And among them, a figure watched Naruto and Hinata from afar. Cloaked, silent, his eyes glowing red with vengeance. Uzumaki. Peace built on love. The man muttered. Then I'll destroy that love first. He turned, disappearing into the darkness. That afternoon, Naruto and Hinata trained at the clearing outside the village. The sunlight filtered through tall trees, and the sound of their chakra-filled strikes echoed through the forest. Hinata attacked gracefully, her gentle fist style like flowing water. Naruto dodged, laughing. Whoa, you've gotten faster, he said, jumping back. Hinata smiled, a little breathless. I told you, I won't go easy on you. Oh yeah, then I guess I can't hold back either. Naruto formed a shadow clone, then another, then 10 more. They surrounded her, all grinning mischievously. Hinata exhaled, closing her eyes. When she opened them again, her Byakugan flared. She moved like a breeze between them, striking with perfect precision. Each clone vanished in a puff of smoke until only one Naruto remained, the real one. He ducked a strike, spun around, and caught her hand. For a moment, everything stopped. They stood face to face, breathing heavily, their hands locked together. The warmth of his touch spread through her, and Naruto suddenly realized he didn't want to let go. Wow, he said softly. You're incredible, Hinata. She blushed. I'm just keeping up with you. Naruto smiled. No, you're catching up. They stayed that way for a moment longer, their chakras intertwining faintly. Then, out of nowhere, the air around them shifted, dark and cold. Naruto's smile faded. Did you feel that? He whispered. Hinata nodded, activating her Byakugan again. Something, or someone, is nearby. A rustle came from the tree line. Naruto moved in front of her instinctively, his hand forming a Rasengan. But there was no attack. Only a burning kunai stuck in the dirt ahead of them, with a note tied to it. Hinata bent down and read it aloud. Greater than, if peace is built on love, then let's see if love can survive the flames. Naruto clenched his fists, eyes narrowing. Someone's challenging us. Hinata looked at him, concerned. Naruto-kun, what if it's a trap? He nodded. It probably is. But I can't ignore it. She stepped forward, determination shining in her eyes. Then I'm coming with you. Naruto looked at her. The same shy girl who once hid behind trees to watch him train now stood beside him, strong and fearless. He smiled proudly. Then we'll face it together. That night, they arrived at the Fire Valley, a canyon glowing red from the heat of underground magma. The air shimmered with energy. The mysterious figure stood atop a cliff, his cloak fluttering in the hot wind. So you came, the man said, his voice echoing. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? I am the shadow of those your peace destroyed, he said. And today, I'll test the strength of your so-called love. He raised his hands, and black fire erupted around him. Not Amaterasu, but something older, darker. The flames hissed and formed chains, lashing toward them. Naruto jumped in front of Hinata, blocking the attack with his chakra cloak. The chains slammed into him, burning even through his golden aura. Damn it, his chakra is twisted. Naruto gritted his teeth. Hinata moved beside him, her hands glowing with pale blue chakra. Let me help. Together, they formed a barrier, Naruto's golden chakra mixing with Hinata's gentle blue. The fire smashed against it, but their combined power held. The enemy laughed. So that's the power of love. Let's see how long it lasts. He thrust his arms forward, sending a surge of flame so strong it shattered the earth. Naruto was thrown back, landing hard. Naruto-kun. Hinata cried. The flames rushed toward her, and without thinking, she unleashed everything. Her twin lion fists exploded with power, not blue, but silver, infused with Naruto's lingering chakra. The two energies collided, shaking the canyon. Naruto forced himself to stand, his body glowing again. That's it. Hinata. We can do this. They charged together. Hinata with her twin lions, Naruto with his Rasengan. Their powers met the black fire in a blinding explosion of light. For a moment, everything was silent. Then the flames vanished, leaving only the two of them standing, holding each other. The enemy fell to his knees, defeated. His cloak burned away, revealing a scarred face twisted with pain. How can love be stronger than hate? Naruto looked down at him and said softly, because love never needs to destroy, it just protects. The man closed his eyes, and the wind carried away the ashes of his hatred. They returned to the village under a sky full of stars. Naruto walked beside Hinata quietly, glancing at her now and then. Her hair swayed in the wind, her eyes shining like silver moons. You were amazing today, he said. Hinata smiled softly. We were amazing. Naruto chuckled. Hey, guess that's true. They stopped near the same riverbank where they had trained weeks ago. The water reflected the stars, and the night felt calm again. Hinata turned to him. Naruto-kun, do you think peace can really last forever? Naruto looked up at the stars. I don't know. But as long as people like you exist, kind, strong, believing, I think it can. She blushed, lowering her gaze. You always know what to say. Naruto stepped closer. Not always. But I know this. He took her hands gently. When I'm with you, I don't feel like a hero. I just feel happy. Hinata's heart raced. Naruto-kun. He smiled. You're my peace, Hinata. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she hugged him tightly. The world was quiet again. Just the river, the stars, and their heartbeats. For once, Naruto didn't think about destiny or Hokage or power. He thought about her. About the way she made him feel human again. Weeks later, word spread through the village about the Fire Valley battle. People whispered that Naruto's golden flames had mixed with a silver light, a symbol of a new power, born not from hatred, but from love. The older shinobi called it the Bond Flame. Naruto and Hinata continued training together, building strength and understanding each other's chakra in new ways. Sometimes, when they sparred, a faint golden-silver aura surrounded them both. Alive, breathing, connected. One evening, as they rested under a tree, Naruto turned to her. Hinata, do you ever think about the future? She smiled. Every day. He grinned. Me too. I used to dream of being Hokage, but now, when I think of the future, I see you in it. Hinata's eyes softened. Then I'll always be there. Naruto reached out, brushing his thumb over her cheek. You already are. They leaned in, the world fading away around them, and kissed again, slow and full of warmth. The golden and silver lights flickered softly around them, glowing like twin stars in the night. That night, under the vast, starry sky, Naruto made a silent vow. He looked at Hinata. Her gentle smile, her unwavering courage, and thought, I'll protect her, no matter what comes. Because she's my reason, my strength, my home. Hinata, sensing his thoughts, reached for his hand. Whatever happens, Naruto-kun, we'll face it together. He squeezed her hand, smiling. Yeah, together. As the wind swept through the trees, carrying the scent of lavender and fire, two lights flickered in the distance, gold and silver, dancing side by side. Not as hero and follower. Not as savior and admirer. But as equals, bound by love.